Happy Thursday, friends. Today we're going to continue on with our story, Molly Whoopie. Today we are going to refer to details and examples in our text to answer some questions. Now, as we know, this is a fairy tale, and fairy tales include imaginary creatures and events that cannot really happen. And the main character is often on a quest, which we talked about yesterday. Today we're going to annotate the story Molly Whoopie, paragraphs 1 through 5, to look for examples of each genre feature. Then we're going to lift some of that text out and we're going to add it to our graphic organizer. Okay, today we should have out graphic organizer lesson 4, and we're going to take a look at a specific beginning. Does it have young characters? Are there imaginary creatures? Is there any good versus evil? Because we know those are specific things that help us figure out that this story is a fairy tale. As I read the introduction in paragraph 1, I'm going to first look for a specific beginning. Molly Whoopie, an adaptation of a Scottish fairy tale. Fairy tales are a kind of folk tale that have make-believe creatures and unbelievable events that don't happen in real life. Most of them start with the sentence, "Once upon a time." So that's a very specific beginning. As we continue reading paragraph 1, we're going to notice that it has that specific beginning. Once upon a time, there was a couple who had too many children and they could not feed them. So they took the 3 youngest and left them in the woods. The girls wandered through the dark, frightening woods until they came upon a house. They knocked at the door and begged for food, but the woman inside said, "I can't let you in. My husband is a giant with a terrible temper. You can't be here when he comes home." So I noticed my very first sentence, once upon a time. I'm going to take that first sentence and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy it onto my graphic organizer because this is showing me that fairy tales have very specific beginnings, and so does Molly Whoopie. So I went ahead and took my first sentence and I copied it on my graphic organizer. Once upon a time, there was a couple with too many children, and they could not feed them. So they took the 3 youngest and left them in the woods. Remember, you're copying that straight from your own book. So for the rest of the story, I want you to take a moment and find, are there young characters? Who are the imaginary creatures? And what is the good versus evil relationship going on in this story? Okay. Once you've read and annotated to find those specific features of a fairy tale, you're going to look at your exit ticket. Remember, your exit ticket is also listed in Google Classroom. So complete the one on your graphic organizer and then complete the one in your Google Classroom. Okay. If you have any questions, as always, comment, send me an email. You can also communicate through Classroom Dojo. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.